Okay, welcome on back, everybody, to another episode of Comic Conquest. Yes, the title is Rage Bait. Yes, I love Daredevil. Yes, I love Charlie Cox. Yes, I want to be on Daredevil Born Again, now on Disney Plus, August.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about these last 3 episodes? I think we're getting to a pretty big part next episode, episode 4, and I think we're going to see a big character, if you know what I'm saying.
I was super nervous about this show. I'm gonna be honest. For a minute there, it sounded like it was gonna be bad. It sounded like it was gonna be good, then bad, then it was like up in the air. The Netflix show, it's really good. It's so good. They had really big shoes to fill. I think this isn't the same thing. I just want to say that off the bat. It's not the same. There's a lot of the same characters. There's a lot of the same concepts, but there's a lot of new, and the new is really good. I enjoy what they're doing with it. I think visually fantastic at times.
Really?
Not CGI. I'm saying like camera work.
So this is my gripe with the visual thing. That season 1, 2, and 3 of Daredevil, specifically season 1 though, is such a masterpiece in lighting and shot work that Disney can't replicate. I'm just going to be straight up. I don't think they could ever replicate it, even if they tried their best. And this becomes very apparent straight up to me in episode 1, as soon as Bullseye and Daredevil came out and they're like hopping from rooftop. I could feel that it wasn't a real. I could like feel that it was in a studio. And it's a different feel. I was gonna say it's not dark, but it's dark right off the rip.
Yeah.
Like, the beautiful thing that Disney did, right? Which beautiful, tragic, whatever you want to say, is they set the tone right away.
They took a risk,
Yeah, they took a risk. They had big shoes to fill, and I would have never predicted Disney to do this in the first episode. I was thinking maybe a finale type thing. Of course, there's all these rumors. August, they kill Foggy, right? Let's just get out the way. Everyone knows they kill Foggy.
5 minutes in, he gets shot or something.
Yeah, so I was watching with my girlfriend, and she didn't really want to watch because the original 3-season Daredevil are such a masterpiece to her. She was like, whatever, like, I don't want Disney to fuck this up.
Yeah.
And within the first 5 minutes, she's doing homework or whatever, and the stuff happens, and she was hooked, right? It really worked on her. That they got her. Like, they instantly brought her into the ring. And a lot of the character work, I think, is still really high quality.
Yeah.
I think Charlie Cox, he breathes such a new depth to this character, 10 years later, and that's super impressive, right?
Yeah.
How he adds all these different aspects, of course, because he's going through a different type of tragedy that we kind of haven't seen him go through before. Like, I think Elektra's death was kind of skewed by Defenders, right? With the whole her coming back as the Black Sky, and then him and her killing themselves kind of underneath.
I think also in World, like, there was more distance between them than there was between Matt and Foggy. Like, Elektra and Matt kind of always knew the risks that they took when fighting, so like it was kind of not if, more of a when, but Foggy was kind of just like a bystander. Like, he was a casualty of something he didn't sign up for. I think that makes it way more, I guess, like, sad and impactful, especially for Matt. Like, he's going, like you said, he's going through something kind of very different. He finally found someone that he could trust and connect with, and then that just gets, popped in the chest.
I'll say Bullseye was just a vile villain. Like, he did really, like, that guy, he came back for his 5 minutes, killed it, left. Whether he comes back or not, I don't know, but he killed it either way.
What was it, 19?
Dude, it's so dark. It's like he's in the middle of getting his ass beat by Daredevil, and he still has time to be like, oh, she's dead now. Oh, he's dead now. Of course, the character we haven't talked about yet, who's going to be a big stay, is Kingpin.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening there that I think is still to unravel. With his wife and therapy and him becoming the mayor. I will say, I can't believe, like, Vanessa cheated on him or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's an interesting direction, especially when, like, they went through so much together to, like, be together, especially too. Like, she wasn't allowed in the country or something for a minute, and he fought so hard to keep her in, and then I don't know, and then he gets shot in the face. He's like, I can't do this. I'm gonna go away. And she's like, well, I'm gonna go find this guy named Adam now, I guess. I'm curious to see if Adam is anybody important in any capacity or if it's just a guy.
The great thing too, right, is I was worried that Disney would give it its classic Disney we're not gonna show you anything and we're gonna tell you everything.
Yeah.
But off that second episode instantly, or the second or third episode after they reveal this whole Adam situation, and she's like, please just don't kill him, Wilson, please. And then like the next episode or whatever, when you see Kingpin, the very first thing, he just promised with Matt in the diner, like, you don't do your thing, I won't do my thing. And of course Matt breaks that at the end of the second episode. And then the beginning, when we see Fisk in the third episode, his fucking knuckles are blooded, or they're beat up. And then of course there was that cool kind of transition of Matt washing his knuckles off in the police station. And that is a storyline that I think has a lot of depth right now, I guess, of course, with a certain character coming back. But the whole Punisher and the police thing.
Because we got the police force, or at least a couple of the police officers, seemingly taking up like the Punisher's ideals and his mission of dealing with the scum of New York.
And of course, they're distorting it, right?
Like, and making it bad and not good.
And I don't think anyone really thought Punisher killed, White Tiger.
Yeah.
I figured everyone could piece that together.
Dropping a bomb like that. Yeah, end of episode 3 is insane. Because episode 3 is this entire court case for the White Tiger, basically, right? We're figuring out, we're trying to prove that he's not guilty of murdering a cop, which is right now like the inciting incident is White Tiger has murdered a cop, which gets Daredevil involved, and all these kind of things come together and starting to pull the devil out, let the devil out. But like you get through, yes, you get through this whole trial of like having to reveal his identity to the public so that they kind of be like, no, he's done way more good and he's helped so many people. He's not like a cop killer. Just for the end, he suits up, he's getting ready, and you're like, yeah, I'm about to see this man like get back into action just for him to get popped right in the head first thing. And that was crazy.
There's this beautiful scene that Matt has with him, right? And of course, Matt knows, he's White Tiger, but White Tiger doesn't know that he's Daredevil.
Yeah.
And Matt's talking about, you have to let it go. Like, you can't put that suit on again. It's over. And, you have to find other ways to help. And I think they're going to try to build towards this storyline more of, Matt's trying his best to help. There's only one thing that can help. You know what I'm saying?
He's let the devil out.
Yeah, I gotta let the devil out.
I gotta let the devil out. Yeah, I really do hope next episode he puts on the suit, because I gotta be honest, I'm so sick of Daredevil shows and stuff where he doesn't wear the fucking suit.
I will say, this episode though, episode 3, you'd figure that it was paced so well, yeah, like with the court, and I was worried that not that everything I watch needs to have action, but I don't want it to be stagnant, right? Like I need it to keep progressing, and they added so much depth to this court scene. It might not be the most accurate court scene ever, right? I'm not a court expert, but to me, I was like, they built these characters so much throughout this, court scene, and there was still a lot of tension added to, them trying to get the guy over here, and then, the guy not the witness was like,
doesn't testify, right? Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not saying I need every episode Matt to put on the horns and start beating the shit out of people. I don't need that. I need quality stuff, but I just saying I want Daredevil in my Daredevil show. I'm sad.
True.
You gotta put the character in the.
Yeah, I don't want to say something bold, August, but I'm already feel like this is gonna be the best Disney Plus show. Like So, what do you think's gonna happen, August?
I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna get the Punisher in here. Matt's gonna be trying to do everything he can not to put those horns on, but Frank becomes Frank, and then he's like, shit, I have to step back in. I can't imagine that you would get Bullseye back in here for a single scene. Same thing. I just feel like he's Chekhov's card right now. They're gonna throw him in to kill somebody else. But I'm very curious to see where they take things. I don't know what they're doing with Fisk. I think they could do they could do so much with him right now.
That's what I love, August.
I know. And that's not a bad thing that I don't know what he's doing. I think is so interesting, especially coming off of Echo, which we didn't talk about in any capacity. I think they've put him in such an interesting place where it's like, is he genuinely trying to do this after like Echo kicked his ass and called him like a piece of shit, and he's just like, oh well, no, I can be good, and I don't know.
I think his struggle this season will be trying to put, the lock back on Pandora's box, so to say.
Yeah.
Because they've proved this guy is so unhinged before, right? He invites BB over, and he's like, oh, you had an uncle? Oh, I hope, he's in a good place now. And then I just, imagine you cutting that scene where he's like, ah!
Yeah.
As he says, you need to have a primal scream sometime. I just went a little crazy. That character is so unhinged that I love that we don't know what's happening. And we haven't even talked about Muse yet, who I think we saw right at that book signing. Creepy ass kid.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what they do with Muse, because I didn't read a lot of Daredevil. I haven't read really any Daredevil, but I saw a couple pages from Muse, and holy shit, this guy's unhinged. I'm curious to see if the kid that they showed is Muse, or if they're trying to just make you think it's that kid. Part of me automatically thought it was the annoying guy in Fisk's his campaign, that guy who's in contact with BB. I was like, that'd be crazy if it's this guy. But yeah, especially as I'm curious to see no, they did show Muse, I think, for like a second in the first episode, like not doing anything crazy, but they showed a graffiti artist doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that might be, I was thinking that was Muse. But yeah, I definitely think Frank's getting involved. He's gonna probably go off the rails. We're gonna get the scene where he beats the shit out of the cops, and he's like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to uphold the law. I'm supposed to break it, or something like that.
I think, unfortunately, that Matt's gonna go to Frank and confront him and be like, why would you kill this guy? And Frank's gonna be like, are you that dumb? I didn't do this. He goes, but I'll find out who did.
I'm gonna get pissed now. I'm super curious to see especially how they handle Frank. I'm very happy with how they're handling violence in this show. That was another thing I was very concerned about, that they weren't gonna just commit atrocities and scar my brain in some capacity. Like season 1 of Daredevil has Kingpin smash a guy's head in with a door. I need more of that. I'm sorry. I'm a sick fuck. I need it. But no, episode 2 ends with Daredevil just compound fracturing a guy's arm on camera, full view, and that's insane.
He also throws that guy's down on his neck.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Not even to mention him throwing Bullseye off of a building, of which they just show you him falling off of a building. I thought they were gonna cut. No, you see him hit. Insane.
They also play the noise when he hits.
Yeah,
it's not quiet.
No, so I gotta give it to this show. They're just full committing. I can't wait to see Daredevil jump on a guy's legs and turn them backwards. I saw that in the trailer. I need the context. I want to root for it. I sound sadistic.
Unfortunately, I don't think we will see Karen anymore.
Yeah.
I just have a sneaky suspicion she's not coming back till like the end of the season or something.
Yeah.
I'm Karen's so different from the comic books to this version of her.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how they'll handle that, because I think the fans grown to love Karen, of course. I'm just curious to see what's happening there with her in San Francisco. She's obviously hiding something big.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be some kind of incentive for She-Hulk. I thought we were going to get some tie-in to that, because I'm pretty sure that takes place in San Francisco, right? Is that, who cares? Anyway, I agree though. The way that she wanted to get out of a conversation with Matt was super suspicious. And even and it's very different from how she's acted in different seasons, where she was so committed to trying to help Matt and like see him through, especially in the hard time. Like when he died and she found out he was alive, she wouldn't leave him alone. And I feel like that would have been the like time to like abandon Matt, was when he was being such a dick, not when his best friend just died. So I definitely think there's something going on in San Francisco, and that kind of gets into Foggy.
There's a key difference when after she kills Wesley and she's like trying to hide this and like not talk to people, where she's panicked. Yeah. There was like a weird sense where she knew what her objective was. Get out, get in and get out.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm hoping that was a on purpose choice and not just a byproduct, but we'll see.
I agree. I hope it wasn't just a way to get rid of her. I mean, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but all over my feed, every other post is like, Deborah Ann Wolf, and I'm forgetting Foggy's actual name, confirmed for season 2. So I don't know if they're doing flashbacks, if we get in some crazy scenes of like, but yeah, I'm very curious to see. I think this show has a lot of things that I don't know where it's going exactly, and that's exciting, because I don't like to necessarily know everything, especially with a show like this where it's supposed to be somewhat mysterious and like nail biting.
As we said, I think they have big shoes to fill, but so far I'm intrigued, right? I'm ready to slip into those shoes. I hope they continue to.
If they flounder, if they screw up, it'll be really disappointing. But so far, I think they're doing really good, and they have a great setup. So I think right now Daredevil is not boring again. I think it's quite literally born again. I think there's definitely a chance that we could, like you said, have the greatest Disney Plus show since Loki and WandaVision. Your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you hate this show? Do you think Disney should just die?
Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.
Click one of the linked videos that's up here, or just subscribe with this thing down here. Don't worry about Cole. Look here. Look right here. Look here. Subscribe. Like. Ring that bell notification, okay? You ring that bell notification. You hear me? I swear to God. I don't know what it does anymore, but do it. Subscribe. All right, bye.